So hi everyone, I'm Liam. So welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to um, um, talk about something new in this video. Um, first, the first part I will. Um, I think the best way to learn the new vocabulary is, you even you when you see a thing like uh, a book, uh, pretend like you don't really know the vocabularies. I mean, you don't know the uh, this is the book. You don't know this is the book, right? But you can describe it um, to describe is to understand the meanings of that object. So, for example, if you don't know this is the book, right? You can describe it. You can describe it like this. There are uh, things, covers, and inside it have many pages. It help you write. You using a pen to write on it to remember to outline something that you want to memorize. Yeah, that just an example. So that's the reason why I in the first part of the videos I will try to describe things, the meanings of the things, the meanings of the vocabulary I have learned before. And in the second part, I will read out loud article, uh, an article, so and shadows. I mean, read out loud. I listened the audio of the articles, and then I will read out loud, and finally I will shadow the audios. Okay, go to the first part of the video. So the new vocabulary for today's is an aprons. Okay, aprons, aprons is things that you use that you usually use on the kitchens. So the aprons is a set of things. Is a piece of clothing, like shirt or clothing and shirt, like something like that. It's it's covered. You wear the aprons over in front of the body. I mean, over in front of the body is, from the chest to the waist, waist, and it help you. It protect you. It keep you clean when you do the stuff in the kitchens. When you're cooking, right, in the kitchens, the place you are used for cook, and the apron keep you clean when you are cooking. So yeah, can you guess what it is? The apron was, what does that mean? The apron, yeah. um, and a second word, a second new word, that's here, treadmill. Treadmills, in this case, is exercise machine, right? There is it had a surface, moving surface, and you can walk or run on, while remaining on the same place. That's it, the treadmills. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Two new word for today. So, and then I will listen the articles named Zelensky and Trump meets post Francis funeral. As you probably may already know that the Francis is died. Many leaders in the all over the world is gathered at the Vatican's and participate in the funerals. Okay. First, I will listen the level 2 of the article. So, okay, let's listen together.
Presidents Zelensky and Trump met inside St. Peter's Basilica at Pope Francis' funeral. Their talk lasted about 15 minutes. Zelensky said it was a very symbolic meeting, and the White House said it was very productive. They spoke just before the funeral started. The meeting happened one day after Trump said Russia and Ukraine were close to a peace deal. Other U.S. officials had talks with Putin in Moscow. Zelensky wrote later that they talked about stopping the war and protecting people. The day was not for politics, but the men used the chance to meet. It is still not clear if Ukraine would agree to give up some land, but many people hope the meeting will help end the war.
Symbolic. Okay, let's and now I will I'm going to read the article, read out loud the article. So, President Zelensky and Trump meet inside St. Peter's Basilica at Pope Francis' funeral. They talked slated about 20 minutes. Zelensky said it was a very symbolic meeting, and the White House said it was very productive. They spoke just before the funeral started. The meeting happened 1 day after Trump said Russia and Ukraine were close to a peace deal. Other U.S. officials had talked with Putin in Moscow. Zelensky wrote later that they talked about stopping the wars and protecting people. The day was not for politics, but the men used the chance to meet. It is still not clear if Ukraine would agree to give up some land, but many people hope the meeting will help end the war. Okay, now I will start out the audios. As you probably you have already know that the audio, the speed of the audio is very fast. So I can hear it in SoundCloud.
Presidents Zelensky and Trump met inside St. Peter's Basilica at Pope Francis' funeral. Their talk lasted about 15 minutes.
I don't know.
Zelensky said it was a very symbolic meeting.
Sorry about that, but let me check. Is there any button to slow down the speed? I think there are no button to slow down the speed. Maybe. Yes. That's. You know, this is really come out of nowhere because you know there's no button here to slow down the speed. So okay. Anyway, let's start with the audio. Oh.
President Zelensky and Trump met inside St. Peter's Basilica at Pope Francis' funeral. Their talk lasted about 15 minutes. Zelensky said it was a very symbolic meeting, and the White House said it was very productive. They spoke just before the funeral started. The meeting happened one day after Trump said Russia and Ukraine were close to a peace deal. Other U.S. officials had talks with Putin in Moscow. Zelensky wrote later that they talked about stopping the war and protecting people. The day was not for politics, but the men used the chance to meet. It is still not clear if Ukraine would agree to give up some land, but many people hope the meeting will help end the war.
Okay, thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new on this video. So and goodbye, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.